Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I finally got a chance to see Thor Love and Thunder. And yes, I loved it, but there were some things I didn't care for. Like I thought that the Mimi screaming goats were a little bit grating on the nerves, and I know people are gonna say, oh, but that's supposed to be funny. I understand that's supposed to be funny, but there's a certain limitation to how long you can actually drag a gag out and then force it. I mean, if you're forcing a gag like you did with the meme goats, it became more obnoxious than funny. Okay, moving on. It was good to see Korg again. I love Korg. So it was more, we got a little bit of a replay of Ragnarok. So yeah, that was insanely good. I enjoyed that. And then I had a confirmation of theory that I had a feeling about since prior Thor films. And being a Jay and Silent Bob fan, if you know me and you know me well, and you know that I'm obsessed with Jay and Silent Bob, I have confirmation that it exists within the same universe or multiverse or however this exists in this, you know, vast kind of scheme. Interestingly enough, I believe that the universe and MCU and maybe even DCU, because I haven't seen Black Adam yet, so I wish they would connect that as well, because I know all of fans would, and they say, well, you can't love both, but I want to see this, and please don't flame me, but I really would love to see either them facing off or coming together against an adversary greater than themselves, you know, of equal, you know, power, force, and, you know, intimidation factor, kind of like God tier like Thanos was. We've seen it before, but I just think it would be cool if the Avengers joined up with Justice League. But we're probably never going to see that. It's probably just going to be my fanfic mind. So okay, that's fine. That's okay. I'll just enjoy it in my head. It's even more epic than it would ever be on the silver screen. But I love Thor: Love and Thunder. But as far as Marvel films were consider, I would give it at least a 4 out of 5 because it was good. It was predictable, but it was good, and I loved Korg's narration because I thought it was very engaging, and throughout I was moved, especially by Jane, and what happened with her sucked. I'm just gonna say it. It sucked. I hated that because I really like Lady Thor, and we get to see Lady Thor in all her glory. So that made me extremely happy. Seeing Thor again made me ebullient. Bradley Cooper as Rocket. He doesn't get enough credit. I love Bradley Cooper. I'm a huge Bradley Cooper fan. Vin Diesel as Groot, I thought, really? Because I didn't recognize his voice, and I'm trying to tease out his voice a little bit. And honestly, I still cannot hear Vin in that voice. I'm like, really? So I like Vin as well, and just hearing him as teenage Groot is kind of weird, but I guess someday I'll tease it. I usually, as a voice chaser, I can hear different tonalities within people's voices, and I can, you know, hone in, because I'll hear certain people I'm familiar with, all actors and actresses I enjoy. I cannot tease his voice out for the life of me, and it drives me crazy. I guess someday I will, but for now I can't. It was good to see Valkyrie again. Unfortunately, we don't get to see Sif anymore, which stinks. Now the end credit was something else I expected to happen with another god that I thought, yeah, sure, that makes sense, and to have them, you know, together is kind of an irony and coincidence, which I don't think is a coincidence at all. Then we had another credit scene, end credit, with Jane. I'm not gonna say what that is, but as far as the movie is concerned, I thought it was 4 out of 5. It was much more lighthearted. After seeing Multiverse of Madness, it was a dose of laughter and hilarity and levity that I very much needed. But I can't really say all that much about anything else without giving too much away. But I really believe that this actually confirms, because there was just a very short kind of Easter egg for people like me that connected the two cinematic universes, and I'm like, yes, I knew it, and I can point that out. If you want to know what it was, I can tell you. If you know, I don't want to spoil it here on the review, because you know that's terrible. I don't spoil things. What else? Small thing. Today, my surrogate brother and I went around downtown taking photos for ADA compliance for a friend of ours. Just seeing, good Lord, just the way there's a lack of just points of accessibility for disabled people, as well as elderly people, mobilely challenged people. For instance, as I'll give a for example, an IE. My surrogate brother, his knee gives out quite a bit, and it's given out more recently given his issues with his sciatica. He just recently came across this problem with just going from point A to point B, just, you know, walking like a typical person would. And I thought, yeah, this needs to be addressed. They should have something for elderly people, like at least a grab bar or something for the inclement weather that comes through any given year. I mean, any winter nowadays, you never know what you're going to get here. I mean, it's the Midwest, and it's pretty common. But this year, it's been very uncommon and unprecedented. So just to have a methodology of mobility, I think, would be advantageous for everyone, not just able-bodied people. And I like to stand up for people who are what I call, you know, disabled. I hate the word disabled. I don't know why. It kind of irritates me, because I don't think that they're disabled. I just think they're differently able. They may be restricted in one way, shape, or another, but they're not going to be held back by a disability. No, I've never met a disabled person who is held back by anything. So I feel that way. I just think that a lot of codes to ADA need to be improved downtown immediately, and they can get grant money. It's super easy. They could just file for a grant and start building immediately as soon as they can. Something needs to be done. And people, normally able-bodied people, don't think about this kind of thing, but it's important for those of us who are getting older, for those of us like my surrogate brother who has issues with his knee giving out, for those of us getting around during blizzard season and just need a way to get on the sidewalk without, you know, getting run over by somebody who might be driving erratically and who doesn't know how to drive on ice, because there are people like that here. They should know better. But that's what we did today. We'll just see where it goes. I'm hoping that it'll be enough for our friend to make his case all that more important, because this is something that has bothered me for forever, honestly. I didn't really think about it too much until it was brought to our attention during our last meeting. And then I started mulling it over, and I thought, oh yeah, huh. And then it ignited something within me. So I thought, I got to do something, and that's, you know, our part. Now it's going to be his presentation to whomever is going to get, I think it's civil counsel who gets this to, you know, pipe it through the people who can actually start the work and, you know, etc. But I don't know, there's a lot of moving parts that I don't quite understand as a citizen. So this is a civil case, a case in civil studies 101. So we'll just see where it goes. But that's all I got to say about Thor Love and Thunder. I'm still catching up. I'm watching No Way Home, which I should have watched before Multiverse of Madness, obviously. Then Eternals, and then Wakanda Forever. And then I'm going to shift over my mindset to DC, to Black Adam, because if you know me, and you know me well, my 4 favorite superheroes in the DC universe are as follows. Wonder Woman, obviously. Shazam. Yeah, I like Shazam a lot. Constantine. And then Dr. Fate. So, yeah. I could actually put Dr. Fate and no. It would be, I think I would put Dr. Fate and Zatanna on the same tier because I love them equally. I almost like Zatanna better because, you know, she's a very interesting character, and she's just intriguing. I mean, it's just like any character that uses magic and, you know, can kind of mess with reality. Like, I've cosplayed as Gwenpool, and she lives on the very edge of reality, and she can do whatever she wants with it. So I would love to see, and I don't think it'll ever happen, but maybe someday, if only in a fanfic, where else, but I would adore seeing a crossover between Gwenpool and Deadpool, and maybe even throw in Freakazoid, because Freakazoid lives in his own boundaries too, and to see the three together, maybe even see, I don't even know if Loki is not really considered a force of good, honestly, because he's still, yeah, he's an enemy. Yeah, I don't, unless he, you know, has this change of, which I highly don't see happening, because if you know anything about Norwegian myth, Loki is not to be trusted. So they keep that going with in the actual mythos. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, but maybe it'll just exist in my own weird little multiverse of you know, different characters interacting together and working together towards common good, which I think they would. I think a lot of the characters that I've come to know and love, even though they come from completely different worlds, would find common ground and work together to defeat a common evil or uncommon evil, whichever. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I'm coming in clean slate to Eternals. Even I'm a massive X-Men fan. If you know me, you're probably already aware of this. I did not like Dark Phoenix. It subdued my expectations too much. I just thought, ugh, no. You just shot yourself in the foot. However, they redeemed themselves in Multiverse, so I'm coming in blind to Eternals, even though I know it's about the X-Men. We'll probably see the Sentinels. I mean, they kind of hinted a little bit at that, so we'll see. A lot of other theorists out there are saying, yes, we're going to see them. We don't have confirmation on that yet. That's pretty much all I gotta say about Love and Thunder. And I just adored it, even though, yeah, it was cliche. Yeah, it was pretty formulaic, but however, I adored the way the new Mjolnir, the updated Mjolnir worked. I like the way that Thor and Lady Thor, sort of had when they had the transformation. Yeah, they just, it wasn't like Sailor Moon make there wasn't anything like that. But it wasn't even close to Sword of Omens. Give me suits beyond suits. I know if anybody who's a Rick and Morty fan will understand the reference I just made, but that would have been funny too. Business suit attire, make up. Now I'm business ready. Anyways, I'm going off left field, but that's all I have to say. My mind is a strange terrain, but that's all I got to say about Thor: Love and Thunder. So looking forward to Spider-Man No Way Home and Eternals and Wakanda and Black Adam. So until next time, catch you on the flip side. Live long and prosper. Ciao, tutti.